Why Mirra Andreeva was booed by the Australian Open crowd after tough defeat to Elina Svitolina. The Australian Open spotlight can lift you fast, and it can turn on you just as quickly. On Sunday night in Melbourne, Mirra Andreeva learned that lesson the hard way. The teenage sensation from Russia had been cruising through the tournament, playing fearless tennis and earning praise for her maturity beyond her years. But against Ukraine's Elina Svitolina, the ride came to a sudden, jarring stop, and the drama didn't end with the final point that a match that slipped away from the opening games. Svitolina looked locked in, calm, disciplined, and relentless. The world number 12 absorbed Andreeva's pace and turned defense into pressure. She took the first set 6-4, frustrating the young star with her consistency and court coverage. The second set was tighter, but also more tense. At 4-5, 30-30, Andreeva missed a return into the net, and that was the breaking point. In a flash of anger, she slammed her racket onto the court, letting the packed stadium know exactly how she felt. Moments later, the match was over. Svitolina closed it out, sealing her place in the quarterfinals. The moment that sparked the bourgeois followed is what truly ignited the crowd. Instead of meeting Svitolina at the net, Andreeva walked straight past, heading toward the umpire without a handshake. The reaction was immediate. Booing echoed around Rod Laver Arena as fans voiced their disapproval of what they saw as a breach of tennis etiquette in a sport that values composure and respect. Especially on the biggest stages, the gesture stood out, and not in a good way. Spotlight shifts away from the winner ironically. The incident overshadowed a major achievement for Elina Svitolina. The Ukrainian star reached her fourth Australian Open quarterfinal, improving her Melbourne Park record to an impressive 33-12. It was another reminder of her resilience and consistency at Grand Slam level. But instead of celebrating Svitolina's milestone, much of the post-match conversation centered on Andreeva's frustration and abrupt exit, growing pains under the brightest lights from Mirra Andreeva. This wasn't just a loss. It was a harsh lesson in handling pressure when emotions run hot. At just 16, she's still learning how to navigate the mental grind of elite tennis, especially when expectations rise and things stop going her way. The boos weren't about her talent. They were about the moment. And if history has taught tennis fans anything, it's that setbacks like these often shape champions more than smooth victories ever could. Whether this night becomes a turning point or just a footnote in Andreeva's rise remains to be seen. But Melbourne won't forget it anytime soon.